Have you ever stopped to wonder how one man could shape the world of finance as we know it today? Let's rewind to the year 1837, a year that saw the birth of a man who would revolutionize the landscape of finance, John Pierpont Morgan, or as we know him, J.P. Morgan. Born into a world of privilege, Morgan was the son of a successful financier. His upbringing was far from ordinary. He spent his formative years in Europe, where he was exposed to a variety of cultures, languages, and most importantly, the world of finance. His education, steeped in the complexities of European banking, was a tapestry of experiences that would shape his future. As he stepped onto the shores of adulthood, he was a young man armed with a unique blend of knowledge and experiences, yet the world was oblivious to the fact that a titan was emerging from its cocoon. As he stepped into adulthood, little did the world know that a financial giant was in the making. J.P. Morgan didn't just stumble upon success, he was built for it. The path to becoming a financial titan started in the ledger books of his father's banking company. Young John Pierpont Morgan, a fresh-faced accountant, was groomed for a life in finance from the very beginning. Here, he learned the ropes of banking, mastering the art of balancing numbers, and understanding the intricate dance between risk and reward. As the years passed, Morgan's ambition grew. In 1895, he took a leap of faith and formed J.P. Morgan & Company. This wasn't just a new venture. It was the birth of a financial powerhouse that would shape the American economy for years to come. But the road to success was not always smooth. The Panic of 1893 was a harsh reality check for Morgan and the nation's economy. It was a time of economic depression, bank failures, and widespread panic. But in the midst of chaos, Morgan saw opportunity. He stepped in, using his influence and financial might to stabilize the economy. He provided loans, financed businesses, and bought up failing banks. His actions didn't just save the economy, they established him as a force to be reckoned with in the financial world. A similar scenario played out in 1907, another period of financial turbulence. Once again, Morgan stepped up, injecting his personal wealth into the banking system, restoring faith and bringing stability. His role during these panics highlighted his influence and control over the financial system. In the face of crises, Morgan proved himself not just as a banker, but as a savior. His decisions during these challenging times were not merely about profit. They demonstrated a profound understanding of the economy and a commitment to the financial health of the nation. Morgan wasn't just a banker, he was a savior in times of financial crises. His actions during the Panic of 1893 and 1907 solidified his legacy as one of the most influential figures in American finance. What kind of power did J.P. Morgan wield in the world of finance? Well, to put it simply, his influence was immeasurable. His financial acumen and strategic investments allowed him to gain control over various industries that were critical to the growth of the American economy. Let's take a look at the railroads, for instance. Morgan saw the potential in this burgeoning industry and didn't hesitate to invest heavily. He reorganized several bankrupt railroads, streamlining their operations and making them profitable again. This not only saved the industry but also facilitated transportation across the vast United States, linking cities, towns, and people like never before. Then came the steel industry. Morgan's vision was instrumental in the creation of U.S. Steel, the world's first billion-dollar corporation. He bought out Andrew Carnegie's steel operations and combined them with several other steel and iron businesses. This consolidation led to increased efficiency and profitability, and U.S. Steel became a symbol of American industrial might. But Morgan didn't stop there. He saw the future in electricity and backed visionaries like Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla. His investments in their pioneering work led to the electrification of America, transforming the way people lived and worked. Every move Morgan made left an indelible mark on the American economy. His investments and consolidations led to the creation of jobs, boosted industrial output, and stimulated economic growth. At the same time, his actions raised questions about the concentration of financial power and led to calls for government regulation. But regardless of the debates his actions sparked, one thing was clear. J.P. Morgan was a force to be reckoned with in the world of finance. His keen eye for profitable investments and his audacious consolidations of industries reshaped the American economic landscape. Morgan was the invisible hand that guided the American economy during its time of rapid growth. His actions, decisions, and investments laid the groundwork for the modern financial system we know today. His legacy continues to loom large over the world of finance, reminding us of the power that one man can wield in shaping an economy. What happens when a titan like J.P. Morgan exits the stage? It's a question that stumped the financial world when Morgan breathed his last in 1913. His departure left more than just a void. It marked the end of an era where one man could wield such colossal financial power. Morgan's death sent shockwaves through the financial world. His sheer force of personality and financial acumen had held the American economy together during various crises. But now, the financial titan was gone, leaving behind a legacy that was as complex as the man himself. Yet the financial empire he built didn't crumble after his passing. Instead, it adapted and evolved. The House of Morgan, as his company was known, continued to serve as a bedrock institution in American finance. His son, J.P. Morgan Jr., took the reins, guiding the company through the turbulent waters of the early 20th century. The firm weathered the storms of the Great Depression, 2 world wars, and countless financial crises, always emerging stronger. But perhaps the most significant testament to Morgan's influence was the formation of the Federal Reserve, America's central banking system. The Panic of 1907 had revealed the fragile underpinnings of the nation's banking system, and Morgan's intervention had been the only thing preventing total collapse. His ability to single-handedly stabilize the economy underscored the need for a more structured financial system, ultimately leading to the creation of the Federal Reserve in 1913. The Federal Reserve was designed to prevent the concentration of financial power in the hands of individuals like Morgan. It provided a more stable and regulated financial system, reducing the likelihood of economic panics and crashes. In a way, the formation of the Federal Reserve was an acknowledgement of the immense power Morgan once held, and the potential dangers it posed. Even in death, Morgan's influence on the financial system was undeniable. His legacy continues to shape the world of finance, demonstrating the enduring impact of a man who was, in many ways, larger than life. His story serves as a reminder of the power of individuals to shape history, and the necessity of checks and balances in our financial systems. How does a man born in the 19th century affect our lives today, you may wonder? The answer lies in the continued success and growth of the financial institution he fathered, J.P. Morgan and Company, now known as J.P. Morgan Chase and Company, one of the top global banking institutions. This monolithic financial institution, which has a presence in more than 100 countries worldwide, is a testament to Morgan's knack for business development. His ability to merge companies, consolidate industries, and create financial powerhouses is still very much a part of the company's DNA. J.P. Morgan Chase & Company continues to acquire, merge, and grow, following the path that Morgan himself would have approved of. But the influence of J.P. Morgan extends far beyond his namesake company. His financial strategies and innovations have had a lasting impact on the world of finance. Morgan was a risk-taker, an innovator, and a problem solver. He believed in the power of capital, the importance of liquidity, and the value of a strong banking system. These principles are still very much in play in today's financial world. His approach to crisis management set the stage for the role of central banks in stabilizing economies. During the Panic of 1907, when there was no central bank in the U.S., it was Morgan who stepped in to inject liquidity into the market, effectively acting as a one-man central bank. This incident eventually led to the creation of the Federal Reserve System in 1913. Moreover, Morgan's actions and decisions helped shape the modern financial system. His belief in a strong, consolidated banking system, and his role in creating a more structured financial sector, paved the way for the complex, interconnected global financial system we have today. Over a century later, J.P. Morgan's legacy continues to shape the world of finance. His influence can be seen in the way we do business, the way we manage financial crises, and the way we strive for financial stability. Indeed, the shadow of this financial giant casts a long and influential legacy. So, how did one man become the architect of the modern financial system? Let's recap. Born into a world of finance, J.P. Morgan was primed from a young age to leave an indelible mark on the industry. With strategic investments and shrewd business maneuvers, he grew into a financial giant, his influence reaching far beyond the confines of Wall Street. But it was his role in stabilizing the economy, his hand in the creation of the Federal Reserve, that truly marked his place in history. J.P. Morgan didn't just shape the financial industry, he was the bedrock upon which it was built. He was the power behind the economy, a force that brought order to financial chaos. His legacy continues to influence the financial world today, his methods studied, his impact undeniable. From a young banker to a financial titan, J.P. Morgan's influence is etched into the bedrock of our modern financial system.